Welcome back again to the VAR Room, where Americans talk soccer. I'm your co-host today, Adrian, alongside Adrian. How are you doing today, Adrian?
What's up, Idris? Football.
Thank you to all our new subscribers. We see y'all doing your thing, hitting the subscribe button, hitting the like button. So keep showing the love, keep showing the support. We got more episodes coming. And today we're going to be talking about the Liverpool front line. Who plays with Mane and Salah up top? Is it Bobby Firmino, the Brazilian salsa man, or Diogo Jota, the up-and-coming young Portuguese superstar? So I'm going to start with June. If you were to build your team, this is the first question. If you are Jurgen Klopp, who do you start, Jota or Bobby?
Here's the thing, Idris. Liverpool's problem lies more in the defensive lineup right now. Just look at what happened recently. Virgil's been out with a knee injury until April 17th, and that's not a guarantee. And Fabinho's out until November 20th, but we're not sure if he's going to play the next game. And Thiago is also out. He's more of a midfielder, but it's still a crucial member for Liverpool squad. And Trent is out, I think, for injury. And Salah is also out for COVID. But here's
Robertson is out today also. He just got injury today. So their whole starting back line is out. Joe Gomez is out too.
That's what I'm saying. I think we're going to see Adrian as a center back in the Liverpool squad soon. But here's the thing. So we're missing a lot of defensive player for Liverpool. And we have Bobby, Jota, and Salah and Mane as our attacking lineup. And at this point, I think what Liverpool should do is just score more goals, play open in the defensive. I mean, Mane, he can do everything. He can score, he can defend, and he can pass. Also, on top of that, he has incredible stamina. So unless Mane and Bobby is also very good defensive attacking midfielder. He's one of the best defensive attacking midfielders.
I'm dead.
yo, what you talking about? He is good at defending for an attacking midfielder. And Jota is, I would say he's definitely more on the attacking side. But Liverpool, they have to drop down now. Look what happened to Spurs when we couldn't sign a lot of players for a center mid and defensive lineup. When the defensive lineup was struggling, literally Harry Kane had to come down and play defender and play goalie sometimes. And it was really bad. But for now, during that time, that's what they did. And it started to show progress. They started signing more players. And, Liverpool January transfer window is coming up. They definitely had to sign defenders and center backs. I think center backs right now, all they have is Phillips. And he just had their debut last game, and he had a pretty good debut. And I think we're going to see more of him, definitely. We have to see more of him because Liverpool doesn't really have any other people to replace center back right now. Pretty much all the center backs are out except, who do we have? Matip. I think Matip is still in, but, he hasn't been showing consistency as the other players that have been out. And you got to feel for Joe Gomez, man. He's been injured so many times on his career. He missed 15 and 16 season with the season-ending injury, and 16 and 17 season he also missed that season. And 2018 he also broke his left leg, and he was out for a season. And now again he's injured. So I got to feel for this man. I hope he comes back stronger. But he was the one that we could Liverpool was relying on because he did show some holes in his game and he did show inconsistency, but he does have that 100+ appearance for Liverpool. And he's just been the experience that he has and the skills that he can provide was just there for Liverpool. And it was time for him to step it up when Virgil was out, but unfortunately it's not going to happen. So I would say Liverpool, what they should do is Bobby, Jota, Salah, and Mane, they just got to score more goals now and drop back and defend. Yeah. What are your take, Idris?
That was a long take. Why are you shitting on Liverpool's defense, man? It's not. It's not like you got any. It's not like Spud's got a good defense, bro. Our
Eric
defense
Dyer.
is.
Eric Dyer. We got Eric.
All he does is fight with fans. So that's all it does. But for me, I don't know. I don't know who I'll start, but I feel like what's it called? Klopp started all four of them actually. I think their last game,
Yeah.
or it was, or it's in the Champions League, or one of their games. He started all four of them, and he kind of played Bobby in that center attacking mid
It was a Man City
position.
game, yeah, Man City game.
Yeah, he played Bobby in that position, center attacking mid, and Jota, Mane, Salah kind of interchanged between their flanks, and they were switching.
Yeah.
But doing that, having all four of them, I think it leaves a hole in their midfield because if you look at Liverpool, they don't have I don't categorize Liverpool's midfielders as like the best midfield in the world. But the thing they do have is that they work super hard, like whoever those three are.
Yeah.
And like you said, they're missing Thiago, they're missing Fabinho.
It's open.
And now that you try to fit in Jota and Firmino, you kind of take away one of those hardworking midfielders. Now you're asking a lot of Henderson and Wijnaldum or Keita, whoever plays there. You're asking too much of them because they have to do that extra man's job. I know Bobby does track back. He's the great defensive mid, like you pointed out.
Defensive attacking mid.
Defensive. He's a defensive striker.
Exactly.
But I don't think he doesn't do that much running as the Liverpool midfield do in a 3. And now that their whole first team back line is injured, they need that security, that extra man in midfield, because attackers, Liverpool press a lot, but sometimes there's a split second attackers get lazy, where it's like, okay, I'm not going to press for 1 second. Then they get through their midfield, which they're now lacking one person there because they're playing an extra attacker. Then their defense looks like a fucking circus because they're going to have a whole bunch of clowns there now. Then it's like bam, 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 you're in their defense, and you're like, well, Klopp has to get it right now. And I think personally, I'll probably play Bobby and let Jota come off the bench for now, and get that extra midfielder in, because Bobby still helps out that midfield once in a while. You still have your both runners in those midfield. And the way Bobby plays, his feet, again, I don't know what they feed these Brazilians, but he got techers on techers, man. Like, I don't know if you've seen some of his highlights where he's just ending careers, and man, for a striker, he has some close control. He can take you on. And that gives Mane and Salah the opportunity to run in behind defenders, and they're quick. They got that 102 pace, man. They're like a Ferrari. Just see them running. And he can pick out a pass too. So I think he does that job very well. But if you're going, like you said, if you're going to score more goals and you don't want to rely on just Mane and Salah, you have to put Jota in there because he scores goals. You see that he's coming to that Liverpool team. He's like, I'm going to score you goals, And it's like, Bobby does a lot for you, the dirty work, but I'm going to score goals. I'll take that pressure off Salah and Mane.
Yeah.
So I think it depends on who they're playing, really, at this point. Because if they're playing a team like Man City that on their day, if they just do 1, 2, 3 quick passes, they're into your defense, you probably want to play Bobby. Because, again, Firmino can drop deep into midfield, get the ball, that commits one of their center backs. He could just dribble that one. Then, bam, Salah and Mane are running at Laporte and Ruben Dias, who are not that fast.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So it depends. So Jurgen Klopp has to figure that out. I think he has a more worrying thing to do now is figure out who his back line is going to be, because that must be tough. Missing your first choice right back, first choice left back, first choice center back, first choice. Yeah. Both of your first choice center backs, like you said, they probably might play Adrian in center back, man. You never know.
So Idris, let me ask you this question. So as what Liverpool has right now as a current lineup, what's your starting players? Who would you start? Give me your lineup.
Okay. So I'll go, not Adrian, Alisson in goal. Even though I think he's highly overrated, but Alisson in goal. Okay. I don't know if Chismikas is back because he's injured also. He's basically their backup left back. and he's
Yeah.
injured. So if he's fit, I'll go Chesmikas. Uh, is it Phillips or
Nathaniel
Williams?
Phillips. Yeah.
Phillips. I go Phillips, Matip, and I go. Who's there? They have another fullback. I think it's Williams. He's academy
Yeah.
player.
Nico Williams. Yep.
Yeah, Nico. I like the kid. Then I
Yeah.
go Captain Hendo, even though I don't like Hendo that much, but he does work hard, and he
Mm.
is a captain on the field. I go Hendo. What's it? Genie, Wijnaldum, and I'll go Keita because he's really skillful too. Keita, Mane, Bobby, and Salah. That's how I'll line up. 4-3-3. That's how I'll line up.
That's pretty solid. That's pretty solid.
How about you?
Yeah, I think Simeka is back. I want to bench him for now, but I want to sub him in maybe last maybe 20 minutes. But I would start Andy Robertson, but he's injured, right?
Yeah, he's injured.
Damn it. Okay. All right. So yeah, I guess I gotta play Tsimikas then. We really don't have any options in Liverpool right now. But Tsimikas and definitely Hendo in the midfielder and Naby Keita with Hendo and Bobby, Salah, and Jota and Mane and Matip as a center back and Nathaniel Phillips as a center back as well. And I do want to see more of Sepp van der Berg. He's also another center back, 18-year-old from the Netherlands, and he seems like a promising player. So I want to see more of him going back and forth between Nathaniel Phillips and Van der Berg. And for right back, we really don't have many options here. Trent is out, but I would say I gotta say Adrian for right back. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Who did you pick for right back for Liverpool?
Nico Williams.
That's the thing. Who else do we have other than Nico?
I don't know. Nobody.
Like I'm looking at the lineup and like Trent is out and Nico is like the only right back they have, and a lot of all the other players play the left back. So actually, yeah, Nico's the only option. So there you go. That's my lineup right there.
Yeah, and I think that's my one criticism of Liverpool. They've done a great job from the past 5 years, I think, building their team, getting rid of all that dead wood. I think they kind of got content with their first lineup because like their players were just so fit and stuff that even if they had one injury, like one person could come in. But now that they have a ton of injuries, they don't necessarily have that squad depth to like play like with so many injuries. Because like if you look at their attacking lineup, okay, if Salah or Mane gets injured, okay, you have Origi, you have Shaqiri. Who else? Nobody. Exactly. So
look at left back too. Like, what if Andy Robertson gets injured, and also let's say Alexander Arnold, like he just got injured. Guess what happened? Look what happened. Like they have no backups, dude.
Yeah, they don't have a lot. I feel like it's only in midfield they have backup because they have so many midfielders.
They are stacked.
They are stacked, but they didn't think about the other positions, and I think that might come back to haunt them. We'll have to see how they play after the international break and how they set up. But because if you look at teams like everybody complains about Man City that they always have like $100 million dollar players on the bench, but they kind of plan for those things. Because like when Laporte was injured for so long, even though they didn't have like great center backs, like their center backs that they bought previously were not that great at the moment. But when they bought them, they were good. Like look at John Stones, he was good before he went to City. Otamendi, big money move too. That's like $100 million right there between both of them that could come in and fill in. And a lot of people gave Man City shit, but if like half their team gets injured, they literally have another world-class hat to fit in that spot.
Dude, look at their center back. Ruben Diaz, Nathan Ake, injured right now, but John Stones, Eric Garcia, Felipe Sandler, and Taylor Harwood-Bellis, and dude, they are stacked.
Don't even forget Laporte, who's probably the best center back, probably one of the best center backs in the league. He's really good, but injuries, unfortunate. And you look at their midfield too. You look at their attacking lineup. The only thing about City is that they don't have that many backup strikers, as we saw when Aguero and Jesus got injured.
Yeah.
But every other position, they're pretty stacked.
Yeah, they have a solid squad.
They have, what's it called? Cancelo, who is playing amazing right now. But he gets injured. Guess who comes in? Benjamin Mendy, who is a good fullback too. And you're like, what type of stuff is that? Like, those players, those bench players walk into many teams in the Premier League and they're just like, yeah, you're just going to sit on the bench, man.
Yeah. And then just all this too, it's just way easier on players' mentality too. Because like Joe Gomez, he had a lot of pressure on him. Everyone was talking about him. And he knew he had to play well for Liverpool after Virgil got injured. And that's a lot of pressure on him. And it's very important for these teams to sign and have these players, backups, and plan ahead for the future, not only for the club, but for the players as well.
I agree, because they're playing a lot of games right now. And I just think it's useless, the international break.
I know.
And if you haven't checked out our episode on international break, go check that out. You'll find it on our channel. We talk about how useless the international break and how everyone hates it, and how the players are getting stripped because of money. Like, look at all these injuries, COVID, everything. Players are missing games. And if you haven't planned right, you're pretty screwed.
Dude, the international breaks is just too much, man. I think too much right now for the players. It's too busy. I don't think they can handle it.
It's too busy, like, especially for those top teams. Because you look at players, like, just look at Liverpool. They have all those, basically the whole lineup are international superstars. So they have to go on international duty. They play international games, start almost 90% of games for Liverpool in the Premier League, Champions League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup. That's like 5 competitions. Like, that's a lot of football.
Oh,
like,
man.
Everybody loves football, but at some point it's way too much. Let us know in the comments below what your Liverpool starting lineup would be for after the international break and going forward with all these injuries they have. Any closer remarks, Jim?
Yeah, thanks for watching, and make sure you subscribe and hit the like button. We're doing this for you guys, and share this on your dating apps and Instagram. Share it to your family members if you can, and any football fans and non-football fans as well. Our goal is to get as many as people possible to get into football. So thanks, guys, as always.
Yeah, I think June said it all. And thank you again. Make sure you hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm. And we're out.
We're out. Peace.
Enchanté.